flows in. So that's how I receive the updated shots during post-production from the visual effects department.
When recently, due to the pandemic, been working remotely, just to get an idea of how you feel about working remotely. Did you work remotely over the past couple of years, and how effective were you in your editing process?
Well, we were previewing a mini series that I cut for Showtime called The Comey Rule, and we were in the middle of a preview, and in between episode 1 and 2, we heard that travel restrictions were being made for Europe, and it was literally the first day of the pandemic. This was in March of 2020. So we had to shut down, and we had to come up with a plan within a couple of days of how we were going to keep working on the show uh, without an editing room, because everyone's being sent home. It was a pandemic and we needed to isolate. We put the material, we had already backed up material onto a RAID. So my assistant took one RAID, I took another, and we went to our houses and we cut that mini series at home using separate local storage, and we would trade bins between each other on email, because the bins would be, simple to send, and then if we created new media, we'd share that. But for the most part, we were working independently on local storage, and it worked great. And we were able to share cuts with the director by outputting them onto a flash drive and driving them up to his house, dropping them off, and running away, so he didn't have to interact with us, so we wouldn't give him COVID if we had it. Fortunately, none of us got COVID, but yeah, we worked that way remotely. And then as the pandemic wore on, there were a lot of techniques that were invented, VPNing into remote systems and so forth, and we experimented a little bit with those. But